whether your application was declined, or you were passed up for a promotion at work, or your love interest said no. Rejection hurts, it stings, but it doesn't have to hold you back. When it comes to dealing with rejection, the first thing I'd say is resist the urge to suppress, ignore, or even deny your emotions, because there's a tendency for us as human beings to act like our uncomfortable emotions don't exist. And by doing that, we are only prolonging the pain, prolonging the dates that we actually get better and are able to move on from whatever emotion it is that's making us uncomfortable and thrive. So acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge how you feel. Do you feel embarrassed? Acknowledge it. Do you feel humiliated? Acknowledge it, And this principle, this concept of acknowledging our emotions, acknowledging how we feel, is very pivotal for almost every mental and emotional health challenge, because without that, without awareness, it is almost impossible to heal. Right? You need to be able to admit to yourself that, yeah, I feel this way, this emotion I feel sucks, it stings, it hurts, what happened to me does not make me feel okay. We need to be able to admit what happened to us and how we feel about it, to be able to move on and heal and thrive. So that's why I mention it a lot, because it is that critical. And take the rejection as proof that you are actually challenging your status quo. Because if you were sitting in your comfort zone, if you were sitting still in your comfort zone, if you were only doing what is safe and predictable, chances are that you will not be experiencing phenomena like rejection. But because you are bold, audacious, brave to step out into what is not particularly comfortable or predictable, you are experiencing stuff like rejection. So give yourself a pat on the back. We are lucky to have people like you on this planet with us, because we need more brave people. There are so many people that are hoping and praying to be as brave and as audacious as you. So you deserve to be applauded. You deserve a standing ovation. So take the rejection you've experienced as proof that you stepped into what is uncomfortable and what is unfamiliar. So even if it is something that you consider to be simple, like asking somebody out and they turned you down, you still deserve a round of applause, because there are many people who admire people but will never be bold enough or brave enough to actually walk up to them and say hi, let alone ask them out. And if it is stuff like grants and fundraising or funding that you got rejected for, still give yourself a round of applause, because whatever idea, concept, cause that you are trying to work with and pioneer is a big deal, right? The fact that you are even able to conceive or be a part of such a challenge or cause is a big deal, and you deserve to be applauded. So whether or not you got whatever it is you applied for, even if it is a program and you got rejected, you still deserve to be applauded for being brave enough and bold enough to step into the unknown. So we are grateful for you on this planet. We need more people like you. So take the rejection as proof that you are amazing. Stick to the context in which the rejection occurred. Because you were turned down by a love interest does not mean that you'll never find love, and does not mean that it will not be long lasting. Because you didn't get the promotion that you wanted, because you were passed on for it, does not mean that you will never get the raise, the promotion, or even start your own company that will be a Fortune 500 and employing even your boss that passed you on for the promotion. Do you get? Don't generalize. There's a temptation to generalize what happened to you and say, oh, because this happened, that means I'll never get the fund, I'll never get the grant, I'll never get the opportunity that I applied for. Rejection can make everything look so blurry, and it can be such a pervasive emotion. But resist the urge to generalize, right? Resist the temptation to generalize. Stick to the context in which the rejection happened, right? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So don't generalize. And be kind to yourself. Statements like, what was I thinking? How did I think that, I could possibly get this or get that, or this could happen to me, yada yada yada, are not only hurtful, but they are completely unhelpful to you, because they only make you linger much longer in the toxic, negative painful emotions that you are already feeling. So be kind to yourself, show yourself some compassion, treat yourself like you would a friend. If a friend told you that, oh, they got rejected or received this rejection email or stuff like that, what would you say to them? Say those things that you would say to a loved one to yourself. And this is part of the reasons why I encourage people to use positive affirmations. I believe in them so strongly, because on days, in seasons, in periods when you feel down and low, those affirmations go a long way into helping. And I don't mean affirmations that are very shallow and don't come from a place of conviction. No, I mean affirmations that you genuinely believe have a lot of truth and power in them. So on days when you are, much better, write those affirmations, come up with them, so that in seasons like now, when you are feeling low for one reason or the other, you can pick them up and repeat them to yourself until they seep in deep enough. So be kind to yourself, show yourself some compassion, don't be so hard on yourself. Everybody gets turned down for one thing or the other at one time or the other, so be easy with yourself. My fellow humans, rejection doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can actually be a very powerful tool that propels us forward. So take what you can from it, approach it in the most healthy way possible, and keep it moving. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I really hope that you find this video to be extremely helpful, especially if you are in a season where you've just gotten rejected. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really matters to me. Thank you so much. To drop a comment and to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.